Good evening. I trust you've had a good bank holiday Monday. I imagine that for many of you it's quite similar to most Mondays these days, or days these days. A lot of things around on the internet saying about how they wish they had their days of the week socks again so that it would help them know what day we're in and things like that. So, yeah, hopefully it was still a good day, beautiful weather, and maybe you had a barbecue, maybe you've had a good family walk, or maybe it's just been a regular day because you're still working, and thank you for it as well, for your service to us. Tomorrow we'll have our Bible study at 8 o'clock on Zoom. Send me or confirm you would like to attend, and send me a text for the link to Zoom, and that'd be great. We'll do that. That's tomorrow in Hebrews. We'll carry on in Hebrews. Then also I mentioned on Sunday about sending memes to me, your favourite meme from this time of shutdown. If you don't know what a meme is, I'm not sure I can explain it. It's like a funny kind of witty thing on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. And it just makes us smile these days. And family pictures as well. I mentioned about that, the opportunity to share some family pictures on Facebook, just to say, here we are eating our lunch, or out in the garden, or out in a walk, or something like that. Just a way of making contact. I woke up today with the short and yet special refrain from the Psalms in my mind. Be still and know that I am God. It could be that you think we have nothing other than time on our hands at the minute to be still, but there's a part of me that wonders if that's really true. We certainly have had our lives curtailed, and we might assume that we have therefore plenty of time to be still, that the reasons we have used in the past would be somewhat circumnavigated by the crisis and the social restrictions we have been living with for the past 50 plus days. But I'm not sure that it has proven to be that straightforward. One of the favourite memes that came up early in the lockdown was one that said something along the lines of, all those jobs that I used to think I was too busy to get done after 3 weeks of lockdown, I now realise that wasn't the reason. I still not got to those jobs. In other words, just having time doesn't mean we will do what we haven't been doing before. You see, while there has been opportunity to be still due to our circumstances, I think as a species we have become badly infected with busyness. We call it industry to make it sound productive, even when it isn't, even when it's just not stopping, and that's all it is. We have become so infected with busyness that I think being still has become really hard for us to be. It isn't just a matter of not having things to do or places to go, because our minds, they never stop running and planning and considering things. Being still rather needs to be a conscious decision of the heart, mind and soul to stop. Stop doing, stop planning, stop thinking, stop talking. And when we think, but those things still need to be done, people still need to be talked to, conversations still need to be had, jobs still need to be thought through, and so on. I wonder if when we start thinking like that, if it really speaks about a lack of confidence in God's ability to hold everything in place until we return to it a little later. So while we are still in that place of knowing that God is God, I think Love Divine, the hymn, captures it well in its last line, that lost in wonder, love and praise. While we are still, or being still in that way, we believe that God has it all in hand. He always does. In Bangor, one of our organists had a lovely dry wit, and he used to say to me when he went away that he secretly hoped it would all come falling down around us without him. In other words, that he was that important to the running of the church. And then he would say with a smile, but it never does. God has things under control and doesn't need our help, but we do need his. We do need to be still. We do need to have times when we are lost in wonder, love, and praise. So, in these days of less we can do rather than less to be done, how still have we actually been? How much time have we actually spent just being, just knowing God? How have we spent our time in industry? Even if it has been home industry, just home industry, which has, of course, its place. Houses still need painted, clothes still need washed, the garden still needs to be tidied up. But what about just being? We have rapidly become human doings rather than beings, and as such, we have lost something of the very essence of who we are. We were made to be. We are valuable because we exist. And yes, we can add value to things by doing, but our value comes not through what we can do, but simply that we are. Otherwise, to put it a little bit crassly, we would go around indiscriminately killing people who couldn't contribute or dismissing them. But we don't do that because we see value in all people. And simply in their being, there is an inherent worth. So let's reclaim that. Maybe for you, being isn't a challenge, and being still is a delight and easy. But for those of us for whom the infection of busyness has gotten deep into our being, pray that we too will know that stillness of being with God and the calm assurance that His presence brings. Let us pray. Be still and know that He is God.